Reporting, well, the TV juggernaut Masterchef is at the centre of a legal stoush, with a former contestant claiming producers of the hit show have stolen her idea and made it their own. Damien Hansen has more.
I believe they did. They definitely stole my idea. It just devastates me that they can't come up with their own ideas and they have to steal someone else's.
She's the homemade master cook, taking on the culinary masterminds of MasterChef. Not in the kitchen, but the courts.
To all you sinners out there, I'll offer you redemption.
But it's the show's producers, mother of three Suzanne Dearlove, thinks should be the ones asking for redemption.
It's exactly what I did with the couch.
Last night's episode saw the 7 remaining contestants take part in what's called an invention test.
Right, on to stage 2 of the day.
Each budding chef is charged with creating a dish at short notice. Their ingenuity and originality is put to the test.
Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to your invention test theme today, the 7 deadly sins.
But it wasn't just the contestants surprised by last night's theme. Suzanne, or Suzee Hot Pot as she's known to her legion of online fans, was equally as stirred up.
I was just absolutely devastated because my show that's been up for over 10 weeks is exactly that, the 7 deadly sins.
Suzee is host of her own YouTube cooking show and claims MasterChef producers ripped off her idea after she posted a webcast in May with the very same theme.
Okay, so today on my masterclass, we're making my simple triple chocolate brownie. Firstly, you need to add a cup of firmly packed brown sugar. I thought there's no way it could be that big a coincidence. So I even looked on Google to see what had happened there, and there wasn't much that had been on 7 deadly sins, and I came up with the concept myself.
Her online cooking show, The Mastercook, has attracted more than 2,000 views on YouTube. Her website, more than 60,000 hits.
I now have 6 middle pieces instead of 1. It's utterly simple, but definitely worth it.
When hosts Matt and Gary provided this couch for fellow judge George to sit on as he counselled MasterChef contestant Jimmy on his interpretation of the sloth sin, the similarities were too much for Suzee to ignore.
He's even in the exact same pose. The first thing, I'll be contacting my lawyers to see where I can go with it, and I'll be making sure that every one of my fans and followers doesn't watch MasterChef anymore.
Suzee admits she did audition for the show, and she also made it through to the top 20 in Brisbane. But that's when she got the chop.
I actually am a cook. I'm a great cook. I have dozens of people that will testify to that. So I am the master cook.
There's many different ways to express things, but it's only the expression of it that's protected by copyright, not the idea itself.
Lawyer Scott Coulthard specialises in intellectual property law.
It might be a great idea. It, for all intents and purposes, probably was a really good idea. But the way MasterChef's done it is so totally different that there's just been no copying of anything that she's got any rights in.
When we put Suzee's claims to Fremantle Media, the producers of MasterChef, they told us the 7 deadly sins concept came up in a brainstorming session and had nothing to do with Suzee the Mastercook.
That makes me feel really upset after all the effort I put in. They have over 230 people working on their show. I have 1 person on my show.
And while Suzee may have a tough time launching any legal action against the producers of MasterChef, she may be left defending herself against claims it's envy that's led her to stir the pot.
It's all coming out that it's not what it stacks up to be.